Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarks on three-day visit to Thailand, will address the Indian community event in Bangkok later today. During the visit, PM will participate in the 16th ASEAN-India Summit, 14th East Asia Summit and 3rd Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership Summit. In an interview to Bangkok Post, PM Modi says ASEAN is at the core of our Act East policy, emphasizes that India wants comprehensive outcome, RCEP negotiation addressing concerns on unsustainable trade deficits. Assembly polls in Jharkhand to be held in 5 phases beginning 30th November, counting on 23rd December. Model Code of Conduct comes into force with immediate effect. Pollution levels remain severe in the National Capital Region as health emergency to be continued till November 5th. Pollution level remains high in other North Indian cities like Lucknow, Kanpur, Meerut, Rohtak and Amritsar. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh in Tashkent, Uzbekistan to attend Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Council of Heads of Government meeting. Defence Minister says India's association with SCO members will help us in greater economic and counter-terrorism cooperation. In international news, United Nations says Spain to host climate change talks COP25 in December after Chile withdraws. Chile's government announced withdrawal after 2 weeks of violent protest over various issues in the country, which left at least 18 persons dead. Chhath Puja festivities across the country with traditional fervour and gaiety in different parts. People to worship setting sun today. President greets people on Chhath Puja festivities. Welcome to this bulletin. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has left for Thailand to participate in the 16th ASEAN-India Summit, 14th East Asia Summit and 3rd Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership or RCEP in Bangkok. All eyes will be on India as it takes a position on many crucial issues in the summit, the most important being the RCEP. This ASEAN summit will redefine the contours of trade and commerce for a large number of nations. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi will land in Bangkok today for the ASEAN summit. But before engaging world leaders on many crucial issues, he will connect with the Indian community via a special event. Like in many other nations that he has visited in the past, this show too will have a glimpse of India and its rich cultural diversity.
Trips for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he is always accorded a warm welcome not only by the host country but also by the Indian community living in that country. Now that Prime Minister Modi is set to come to Bangkok for the ASEAN summit, the Indian community here has organized a cultural extravaganza to welcome him, and they have called it Savasdi, PM Modi.
Women in traditional Gujarati attire dancing to Garba moves on traditional Dhol drums seems a soul-stirring combination of Punjabi drum beats with Garba. Well, this is in Bangkok, where the Indian community is feverishly preparing to welcome Prime Minister Modi on 2nd November. And this practice is just a trailer. The function will have 20 cultural shows by 66 different communities depicting the rich diversity of India. Prime Minister Modi, who will be in Thailand for ASEAN and related summits, will be accorded a huge welcome by the Indian community in Bangkok called Savasdi, PM Modi.
Everybody is excited. This is the first time the Prime Minister Modi is coming here on his trip here, and the whole Indian diaspora is so excited to welcome him. We are trying to organize this event, Swadhi Modi, welcoming our Prime Minister. More than 6,000 people are going to come here. We've been doing this from last 3 weeks, and I think the whole community, every community is excited. We are having a cultural program covering 20 cultural events covering the whole Indian area, whole Indian states, and I think everybody is just waiting for 2nd November to happen.
Savasdi, the traditional Thai greeting with both hands, resemble Namaste in many ways. The Bangkok Namaste will be a grand show, it seems. The communities have been preparing for the event for the past few days. 20 shows will have dance performers from not only Punjab and Gujarat, but also from Assam, Odisha and the eastern states.
Come 2nd November, and this arena in Bangkok will see perhaps for the first time a vivid, vibrant and a colourful welcome to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, something which Bangkok might not have seen before.
The euphoria surrounding the event is such that 5,000 seats in this indoor stadium have been sold already. They were allotted to different community associations as per their strength in Thailand. Thai authorities have also extended every possible help and waived off the rentals for this arena completely. Ravi Dhiman's report for DD India. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on his way to Thailand to participate in the 16th ASEAN-India Summit, 14th East Asia Summit and 3rd Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership in Bangkok. More details in this report.
As Bangkok prepares to host the 35th ASEAN Summit, it is ready to register once again its name in the history, as this ASEAN Summit is being touted as one of the most important in many years and decades to come.
The 35th ASEAN Summit and related summits will commence from 2nd November in Thailand's capital, Bangkok. Besides Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it will be attended by many leaders from the 10 ASEAN member countries and those from China, South Korea, Japan, the United States, Australia, New Zealand and United Nations. Prime Minister Modi will arrive in Bangkok on 2nd November and hit the ground running literally. The opening ceremony is slated for 3rd November and immediately afterwards, Prime Minister will attend the all-important ASEAN-India Summit.
Our engagement with ASEAN has been a key pillar of India's foreign policy, and it has been at the core of our Act East policy. In the ASEAN-India Summit, both sides will take stock of the level of engagement and decide what would be the areas of future cooperation.
On Monday afternoon, PM will participate in the East Asia Summit, engaging leaders from not only ASEAN but also Australasia and other parts of the globe.
The agenda for the forthcoming East Asia Summit is to review the future direction of EAS cooperation and exchange views on regional and international issues.
Then comes the most important part of the summit, the 3rd RCEP Summit. RCEP, or Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, consists of some of the world's largest economies, some of them without any mutual free trade agreements with one another. India has called for a balanced agreement that is in best interest of all nations.
What we are seeking is a balance across all the 3 pillars, that is goods, services and investments.
It is also expected that ASEAN will issue a joint statement regarding the response to climate change.
India has been engaging actively with ASEAN and the leaders of ASEAN nation for the past many years. As Prime Minister Narendra Modi comes to Thailand to engage with world leaders in the 35th ASEAN Summit, all eyes will be on him. Not only the Indian hopes rides on his shoulders, but the entire world will be watching keenly the decision he takes. With my colleague Krishnan Kumar Rana and Vibhav Rai, this is Ravi Dhiman for DD News from Bangkok, Thailand.
In an interview to Bangkok Post, Prime Minister Modi said that ASEAN is at the core of our Act East policy. Prime Minister Modi has said that a rapidly growing, democratic and strong India continues to be a beacon of stability, prosperity and peace in times of global uncertainties. Prime Minister said India remains a strong advocate of strengthening and reforming multilateralism amid contemporary realities. He also said today India is one of the largest contributors to global economic growth and development. PM Modi said ASEAN is at the core of India's Act East policy. He added that it is only cooperative mechanism by which we have had uninterrupted summit-level dialogues for 16 years so far. Prime Minister said ASEAN is one of the most economically and politically dynamic regions of the world today, and India wishes to see a strong, unified and prosperous ASEAN playing a central role in the emerging dynamics of the Indo-Pacific. Prime Minister said this is in the best interest of India's prosperity and security as well. On the Regional Comprehensive Economic Prosperity Deal, RCEP, Prime Minister Modi said, India remains committed to a comprehensive and balanced outcome from the ongoing RCEP negotiations. Their successful conclusion is in the interest of everyone involved. Hence, India seeks to balance across goods, services and investments and also within each pillar. The Election Commission has announced the schedule for elections in Jharkhand. Polling for 81 assembly seats will be held in 5 phases, with the first phase being held on the 30th of this month. Counting of votes will take place on the 23rd of December. Here's more. Elections in Jharkhand will be held in 5 phases starting on November 30th. Results will be declared on December 23rd. Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora announced the dates for Jharkhand Assembly elections. Polling will be held in 81 assembly seats in Jharkhand.
The model code of conduct is being, the moment this press conference finishes, instructions will go that model code of conduct is in force.
The first phase of Jharkhand Assembly elections will be held on November 30th, the second phase on December 7th, third phase on December 12th, fourth on December 16th, and the last and fifth phase of polling will be held on December 20th. 13 assembly seats will go to polls on the first day of polling on November 30th, while 20 seats will vote in the second phase. Third phase of Jharkhand elections will see polling in 17 seats and 15 seats will vote in the fourth phase, while the remaining 16 seats will vote in the final phase on December 20th. Special attention has been paid to Naxal-affected areas in the state.
Out of the 90 districts in Jharkhand, 19 districts are from left-wing affected areas. Out of these 19, 13 districts are supposed to be even worse affected out of these 19. Even the other districts, almost 61 districts are supposed to be affected, 19 extreme, 13 very extreme, and others also affected. In all, 67 districts get affected.
There are a total of 2.265 crore voters in Jharkhand. Of these, 1.178 crore are male, while 1.080 crore are female. The election will be the third state poll since Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led BJP came to a massive win in Lok Sabha elections in April-May. It will also be the third BJP-ruled state to hold elections this year, following Maharashtra and Haryana, which voted on October 21st. Jharkhand is currently ruled by Bharatiya Janata Party. The party has been in power in Jharkhand for most of the state's existence. The ongoing term of Jharkhand Assembly will end on January 5th. With Rishi Kumar, DD India. North India is reeling under a wave of severe air pollution accompanied with smog, as many cities recorded an air quality index of 400 and above this morning, falling in the severe category. As per the AQI data, the average AQI in Delhi was 433, in Greater Noida 468, Ghaziabad 464, Faridabad 446, in Haryana Gurugram 416, Rohtak 397, Sirsa 427 and Chandigarh 267, all in severe, very poor and poor categories. In Punjab, Patiala recorded 270 AQI, Amritsar 325, Ludhiana 299, Bhatinda 356, ranging from poor to very poor. Meanwhile, air quality indices of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh have also come. Lucknow stands at 407, severe air quality, Kanpur 394, Meerut 395 and Patna 403, also in the severe air pollution category. So Delhi stands at 433, Mumbai at 47, good air quality, one of the 4 metros, Kolkata 215 and Chennai at 82, also satisfactory air quality in Chennai. A public health emergency has been declared in the national capital, Delhi, and nearby areas by pollution control body mandated by the Supreme Court, as the region has been struggling with rising air pollution levels since Diwali. The authority also banned construction activities till November 5th. Environment Pollution Prevention and Control Authority also banned bursting of crackers during the winter season, and hot mix plants, stone crushers will be closed till 5th of November in all NCR districts as the pollution level in the region entered the severe plus or emergency category. Delhi government is also directed to close all schools till 5th of November in the wake of spiking pollution levels in the capital. Some other news now. India and the US on Friday committed to enhance cooperation in tackling money laundering and combating financing of terrorism. In a joint statement issued after the 7th meeting of the Economic and Financial Partnership, the two countries noted that their relationship has strengthened over time as both sides have developed a holistic approach on tackling money laundering and combating financing of terrorism, which are issues of shared concern. The Indian delegation was led by Nirmala Sitharaman, Minister of Finance, and the US side was led by Stephen Mnuchin, the US Secretary of Treasury. The two countries also reaffirmed their commitment to greater economic cooperation on global economic issues, both bilaterally and multilaterally, in the G20 and other fora.
India and the United States, as two of the world's largest democracies, have shared interest in each other's economic prosperity and in ensuring our economic security. Our discussions took stock of the efforts undertaken to further improve mutual cooperation on a wide range of bilateral and multilateral subjects, including macroeconomic policies to raise growth, improving financial market development, anti-money laundering, and combating financing of terrorism.
US Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin said that United States is working with allies to ensure there is enough oil and energy, and sanctions on Iran don't impact the other nations.
The U.S. has put sanctions on oil purchases in other areas from Iran. This isn't directed at the Iranian people. This is really directed at what we see as a significant security concern. The issue around us being determined that there are not nuclear weapons, ballistic missiles, exporting of terror, and we've been working with our allies to make sure that there is significant supply in the market of oil to offset the sanctions. I just came from the Middle East and was in Saudi Arabia, where I met with the energy minister and others, and I think they and others have done a very good job so that it doesn't have an economic impact. We are sensitive to the fact that India has tremendous energy needs. We look forward to working with India on LNG and expanding their capabilities, but we had productive discussions on that today.
Defense Minister Rajnath Singh is participating in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Council of the Heads of Government meeting in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Earlier, in a tweet message, Raksha Mantri said it is important for SCO countries to come together to deal with this menace. And these visuals are coming in live from Tashkent.
हमारे लिए विशिष्ट महत्व रखता है।
That was Defense Minister Rajnath Singh participating in SCO meet in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Moving on, a 50th International Film Festival of India has announced the list of films to be screened in the festival Kaleidoscope, one of the more important sections of the festival. The section showcases 20 films handpicked and curated from various parts of the world, which have already generated a lot of positive buzz about them in other festivals across the globe. Some of the films that have already generated a lot of excitement in the international circuits are Parasite, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Synonyms, and lot more. The Palme d'Or Best Film winner of Cannes, Parasite, directed by Bong Joon-ho, and the top film of the year will have its India premiere at IFFI. The Golden Jubilee edition of IFFI will witness over 200 best films from 76 countries, 26 feature films and 15 non-feature films in the Indian Panorama section. More than 10,000 people and film lovers are expected to participate in the Golden Jubilee edition of IFFI. Let's look at some international news now. After Chile's withdrawal as host of COP25 amid raging street protest, the United Nations gave its approval to Spain to host COP25 climate summit in December. After more than 10 days of street protests, Chilean President Sebastián Piñera said that Thursday his country was not in a position to host either the December 2nd to 13th Climate Convention as well as November 16th to 17th Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit. Spain has offered to host the United Nations COP25 Climate Change Summit in Madrid soon after Chilean President Sebastián Piñera withdrew as host. Meanwhile, APEC has supported Chile's decision but gave no indication of any replacement of the summit this year. Britain police said that all 39 people found dead in a refrigerated lorry in Essex were Vietnamese nationals. Essex police said it was now in direct contact with a number of families in Vietnam and the UK and the Vietnamese government as well. Post-mortem examinations are being carried out on 31 men and 8 women to establish the cause of death. The Vietnamese embassy in London said it was deeply saddened and sent its heartfelt condolences to the families of the victims. Meanwhile, Vietnam police has arrested 2 people for trafficking in connection with the death of 39 migrants. The move comes after British police arrested 4 people over the tragedy and are now seeking to question 2 brothers from Northern Ireland who have links to road haulage and shipping business. Back home in sports, Indian youths have put one foot on board to book their ticket for the Tokyo Olympic Games. The Indian youths thrashed the United States 5-0 to win the first leg in the 2-match tie in Odisha on Friday in front of a packed crowd at the Kalinga Stadium. Gurjeet Kaur scored 2 goals while Lilima Mins, Sharmila Devi and Navneet Kaur scored a goal apiece respectively. Aaron Matson managed to get a consolation goal for the visitors. The second match in the 2-leg tie will be played on Saturday.
Well, that's a disaster. And Gurjeet scores to make it 5-0.
Meanwhile, the Indian men's hockey team defeated Russia by 4-2 in the first Olympic qualifier game played at Kalinga Stadium, Bhubaneswar.
The shot comes in, and this time Mandeep scores on the reverse stick. 2-1 India.
In wrestling, Pooja Gehlot won India's second silver medal in Under-23 World Championship 2019 in Budapest, Hungary on Friday. Pooja lost to world champion Japan's Haruno Okuno 1-12 in the finals. Gehlot emulated freestyle expert Ravindra Sweet, who also won a silver medal earlier this week. Chhath is being celebrated with religious fervor and gaiety in Bihar, Jharkhand and eastern parts of Uttar Pradesh. Devotees who started 36 hours fasting will pay oblations to the setting sun this evening. Chhath will conclude after paying oblations to the rising sun tomorrow morning. This puja is dedicated to the worship of sun god and to thank for supporting life on earth. Chhath is celebrated on the 6th day of the month of Kartik in Vikram Sambat. It is said that those who perform Chhath puja with full devotion, their desires are fulfilled. And President Ramnath Kovind extended greetings and good wishes to fellow citizens on Chhath Puja. He said, let us this Chhath Puja be an occasion to express our devotion to Sun God, Mother Earth and rivers. May this festival bring happiness to everyone's life and inspire us to respect nature more. And that brings us to the close of this bulletin. Namaskar.